Hi. You are God. In the sense that you could start writing a book right now about anything you want to. The I who is capable of that creative capacity is itself God. It is itself love. Because the joy of creating something, nothing can compare to that. Just existing on God's earth. And you can understand it such that this is all of your mind. Because your mind is capable of creating dreams. And in dreams, you can do that. Yet, it's still your mind. And in the same way, this is all God, including you. And so then it's just, why is this what God does with his life? No idea. No fucking idea. He could do anything. He creates the universe within himself, infinitely, all the time. Yet he chooses to do this. Yes. Why? Because you want to. That's why. Because who are you? Who could you possibly be? If the only thing that exists is God, then who else could you be? And if God doesn't exist, and so only the universe exists, who the hell do you think you are? It's just so simple. You yourself are God. There is no outside God. Because God alone exists. And that is God. And so is that. So you can say or do whatever you want. There's just kind of this joy in your step, knowing that you are God. Until you forget. And then you pretend to suffer. And then you remember. Because you think you want something. And that's the cause of all suffering. You don't want anything. You're just God. You are so perfectly content, you have no idea. And so you create all these games within yourself. Oh, I want this. I want it that way. In fact, I want this particular scenario to happen so that this exact factor could be, and you create all these exquisite things with your mind. It's all just the mind. You did that, silly. Who else could it be? And because then you invoke the argument, okay, if I am God, magic! What do you think this is, jackass? This whole universe exists already. Shut up. Dear God, I wish I could just stop pointing at my face and just point it to that. I can. The only problem is I can't see it, so I can't move it. And you could write 1,000 stories about what could happen upon that lake. Two frogs, they meet. One of them speaks French. The other one doesn't. But they're star-crossed lovers. And the birds. Mindful breathing, mindful walking. And you are part of all of that. The whole universe. There you are, walking on Earth. Please tell me you can see the heron. Jesus. Because this stillness, which is as everything subsides, it just grows. And it's the same stillness from which all things arise. And then they grow. That's what meditation is. Just enjoying the beauty of God. But look at that. You could not create that except for the fact that you did. Like, the only way that it exists is that you created it in your mind. Because that's the only way to understand it. Because what is this? If it's not my dream, it's so beautiful. But if it's not my dream, then who am I? I think that I am a person in the universe. Whose universe? It's either yours or God's. Doesn't really matter. It's just your perspective. I give it all to God because Jesus. Well, it's perfect. And you can write 10,000 stories about it. And you can draw 10,000 pictures of it. And you can design it in 10,000 different ways. And that one itself is God. Because that is the creator of all things. Is within you. And you know it's within you because it's within me. And who am I? I'm just some jackass. I was put through the elementary school system just like everybody else. I dropped out of high school and then worked at a warehouse. Like, not that hard. God, thank you, Jesus, for all of this. We are so undeserving. Yet here you are, so thankfully, abundantly. Dear God, thank you over and over again for no particular reason. It's just so beautiful. The fact that it exists. And then if you forget that, then comes suffering. Then you're, I'm this terrible person. I'm these terrible things. Stupid. And I can call him stupid because number one, I am him. Number two, he has chosen to believe in his own suffering. Stupid. Suffering doesn't exist. It's only in the mind. Except for when you're in immediate suffering. And then usually there is some entangled events which caused you yourself to create that for you to happen. Sometimes it's completely accidental. Sometimes it's because of somebody else's ill will. Number one, that is not the usual. Number two, that is unavoidable. Om. Is the universe falling apart? No. Thank you, Jesus. We'll work from there. Me? I don't know about me. I might be dead. Who cares? Is Jesus okay? Yes, okay. We don't got to worry about nothing. It's really how that goes. There's nothing to say. It's just so beautiful. You get in your own way. Over and over again.